Hi, my name's Nicole, and this is the CK Diary Podcast. Hi guys, long time no see. I'm so excited to be here with you today to chat about what's been going on in my life. We have been busy, all good things. But yeah, I'm happy to be here with you guys, and I'm excited to chit chat. So I'm gonna start the video off by letting you know that I will be doing a giveaway at the end of the video with my haul. So I will chat about that in a bit just because the giveaway is in my haul stuff. So whenever I pull that stuff out, we'll talk about it then. All right, let's see. Starting off, as you guys can see, I have finished my Getty tee. I used Blue Sky Fiber's wool stock for this. This was like a little mini bundle that I had. They're still available. I'll link them in the description below. And then this was just, this was wool stock as well, the main color, and I believe it was called Granite Road, maybe. I think I have a picture of me wearing, I'm pretty sure I have a picture of me wearing the shirt, so I'll put that picture here so you can see the whole thing. Let's see. I finished this. It's by Tanis Fiber Arts. I was making it with Leah Loves to Knit. We were making it for DFW, which I'm so excited to talk to you guys about. I just got back. Today is Tuesday, September 23rd, and I got back on Sunday night. So we'll talk about that. Let me think, is there anything else? I think I finished a couple of things, but I don't remember what they all are. And I think they were small things. So this was the only big thing that I finished. I didn't think about it. I got a lot of work done. I didn't put it as part of my whips on this video because I haven't worked on it for a couple of weeks. I kind of put it on hold to finish this. But I did finish a bunch of my son's dinosaur sweater, so I'll have to try to find that for you guys to show you next week. I do plan on going back to weekly videos. I know it's been like a month and a half, but it's been crazy. Life's been crazy. We'll talk about that in life stuff in a little bit. All right. So let's see, DFW. I went to DFW. I went to Dallas Fort Worth, their Fiber Fest over the weekend, and it was so awesome. It's the first Fiber Festival that I've been to. It was the first like conference that I had been to. I've done a yarn crawl before, but nothing like this. This was really awesome. It was really fun. I went with Leah Loves to Knit. We had a great time. I was cracking up laughing the entire time we were there. Let's see, Leah will be happy for me to tell you this story. We went to go to bingo, and all night long at bingo, I was telling our table, if I call out bingo and I don't actually have bingo, I'm just going to be so embarrassed. I'm going to have to leave. And then at one point in the night, it was called like the frame bingo. We did a bunch of different bingo games. Well, this one was the frame, and you had to get the entire outside of your bingo card. And I got 2 of the sides, and I had a few more. And for some reason, my brain just went into overdrive, and I yelled out bingo, and I didn't have bingo, and I was dying. We were all cracking up laughing. But I was so embarrassed. I felt like I could have, I don't know. I was just so embarrassed. But I made it through. I ended up getting a prize. Somebody felt bad for me that I yelled out bingo and felt bad that I was embarrassed. So she ended up giving me a prize the next day. She gave me like a little DFW tape measure, but it was funny. And we just had a great weekend. It was so fun. Lots and lots of yarn shops. I was so excited to see Red Stag Fiber. That was part of the reason early on that I decided I wanted to go to DFW like a year ago whenever I had first really started getting into knitting. And they were there. I got a bunch from them. You'll see it here soon. But yeah, it was just a good time all around. I got to meet a couple of people. That was neat. We got to see Fangirl Fibers, which I followed on Instagram for a little while, so that was nice. She was super nice. What else? Trying to think of what else went on. We didn't do any of the classes this time. I think if I go again next year, I probably will want to do a class or two. There was so much to see and so much to shop for, but we also had so much time. We were there all day, open to close on Friday, all day open to close on Saturday, except for, whenever we were going out for lunch. And then I was there almost the whole day Sunday. I ended up leaving a little bit early because I just didn't have any more shopping to do. I was shopped out. Let me think. We stayed at the Westin. The conference was at the Westin Irving Conference Center. It was a really nice experience. Next to the conference center, there's I don't know if there was like shopping, like clothing shopping, but there were a bunch of restaurants. I think they said there were like 14 restaurants there. And it was really nice to not have to Uber anywhere. We Ubered from the airport to the hotel, and then that's all we had to do. We got to stay right there the rest of the trip. That was really nice. I'm not a huge fan of Ubering. This was my first trip where I Ubered by myself, and I was kind of nervous, but both of my drivers were great and friendly and made me feel safe and comfortable. Right across the street, there was the Texican, I believe it was called the Texican Court, and they had a restaurant and a coffee bar that was really, really good. It was nice to have it close by. And even though it was a hotel, it was still like restaurant prices. It wasn't hotel prices. So instead of spending $30 on breakfast, we got to spend like $15 on breakfast. So that was nice. But yeah, it was super fun. I had a great time. And now let's move on to the haul. So first, because I have it up, I have it on top of my bag, I will tell you about the giveaway. Since we went to DFW and there were so many fun new yarn things to look at, and since I haven't done a video in so long, I wanted to get a little Texas giveaway. So I have this yarn from Red Stag Fiber. It is called Antique Leather. It is beautiful. It is a DK weight. Let's see, this is part of their Manor collection. It is Yorkshire DK. It is 75% Polworth. Oh, I don't know how to say these. These are names I've never seen before. And 25% Masham. Let me look this up. They're both types of wool, I believe. I've listened to their videos talking about, his wife owns the Modern Skein. I've heard her talk about different wool fibers and things before. Yeah, okay, so Polworth is a sheep. Let's see. It's an Australian breed sheep. It is a cross between a Lincoln and a Merino sheep. It says it is long stapled, high yielding fleece. It is soft. Yeah, all right. And then let's look up the Masham. If you don't know this, we can learn together. Masham, also a type of sheep. Let's see. It's a hardy crossbreed sheep from northern England, created by crossing a Teeswater and Wensleydale ram with a Dalesbred or Swaldale ewe. But anyway, yeah, so it is a type of wool, but it is a little toothy, but certainly not too, I don't know. I don't feel like this is the most rustic yarn I've ever felt. I feel like there is a lot of softness to it, but I thought it would be nice for a hat. And then I have, where did it go? Did I put it? Oh, I already took it out. And then I have this pretty little wallet. It's like a little snap wallet. Just hold a couple of cards, or maybe a couple of, you could even put like a few stitch markers or something in here. But this was from the Homespun Hope collective. They work with women in Rwanda, and they're a fair trade company, and they partner with women there who are orphaned or working in the sex trade, and they give them dignified jobs where they can make real living wages. And I thought that was really neat and wanted to get something from there. And then, let's see, I also got probably should have pulled these out beforehand, but here we are. I got 2 stitch markers for this as well, if I can find them. Let's see. I got a hummingbird stitch marker. Let's see. You guys see that? And, oh, sorry, that probably didn't sound good. And then a Texas stitch marker. Those stitch markers came from Chaos Fiber Company, and they are a yarn shop out of Texas. So I thought, because of all the hummingbird stuff that was there this weekend, I thought that maybe the hummingbird was their state bird. It's not. But I talked to one of the ladies at Chaos Fiber Company, and she said that it is hummingbird season in Texas right now. So maybe that's why they all had hummingbird stuff. All right, moving on. That is the stuff for the giveaway. I'll post about it on Instagram too. Oh, I guess I should tell you how to enter the giveaway. I'm going to post about it on Instagram too, but you can only enter on YouTube. I just wanted this to be like a fun giveaway for the people that watch my podcast, and just as like a thank you for still being here. I know I took a really long break, but I'm grateful that you're still here. All I want you to do for the giveaway is put your Instagram handle down in the comments below. If you don't have an Instagram, just say hi, just write a comment. Anybody who comments on it will be entered into the giveaway. I want to see the Instagram handle so I can go follow you guys and just build a little community over there on Instagram. Let's see. I guess I can move on now and show you guys the rest of my haul. So I also got myself a hummingbird stitch marker because I thought it was so cute. And then I got myself this little Texas stitch marker. I need to get another light for over here. I feel like I have like just a lot of shadow coming on my face, and it's kind of hard to see the stuff. Someone gave me these little purple stitch markers at, let's see, Riri Thompson of Exploration Crochet. Really cute. She gave those at bingo, the night that we did bingo. There was a woodworker there. I'll put all of the information. I don't know all of the names. Let's see. Yeah, their name's not on their cards. This is their business card. They said if you scan this, let me go ahead and hold this up, because they said if you scan this, you can see their business card. So, well, the string's in the way. Hold on, let me try to get the string off. There we go. So, if you're interested in scanning it, this is for the woodworkers I'm about to show you. So, he took a picture. He had this yarn bowl here that he made. He made this yarn bowl, and then they had the yellow yarn in it. And they took a picture of it, and they made it like more artistic and printed it out onto cards. And the wife was showing them to me, and I thought they were cute, so I went ahead and snagged some. Ooh. Oh, and I have my tea here. I'm drinking a spearmint tea tonight, but I got this beautiful mug there too. Oh, you know what? I have my phone with me. I can tell you who all these people are because I tagged them on my Instagram post. All right, so let's see. We'll start with the mug. This mug is from Rachel Goodman, and her Instagram handle is Mojito Maven. I'll put all of this down below in the description. But it is so pretty. Isn't that just gorgeous? She hand painted. She like carved, like these are carved. Like you can hear the texture in it. These are all carved, and she hand painted each one. And she had so many pretty mugs, it was hard to choose just one. I went back the next day. I was between this mug and a mushroom mug, and I went back the next day to just get the mushroom mug because I couldn't stop thinking about it, and they were already sold out. So that just goes to show you how beautiful all of her stuff was. All right. Oh, I forgot my DFW. I'll just show you a picture of it. I also got the DFW Fiberfest mug. But I forgot to grab that. All right. For the rest of my haul, where's the picture of it? Okay. For the woodworking things, this is brianhill.thewoodshop. That's his Instagram handle. brianhill.thewoodshop. And I got this beautiful, I can't remember, I think they called it a yarn butler. So pretty. $35. Only $35. Can you believe that? He hand carved this. Let me go look at the description because I asked him to tell me again so I could write it down. All right, so this was made from a dilapidated barn in Lincoln County, Mississippi. It was owned by the Smith family, and they were given the land after the Revolutionary War because they served in the Revolutionary War. And I think he said the county owned the barn. But whoever owned the barn knew that he was a woodworker and asked him if he wanted the wood. So he went and collected a bunch of the usable wood that was left over, and he made a bunch of stuff. I also got my son a lucette. I believe that's what they're called. And you can do like braiding and knitting and things like that, like knitting cords on the little lucette. And I don't know how to do it. I'm going to have to learn how to do it, but my son's very excited to learn. But yeah, I just thought this was so gorgeous, and I couldn't believe it was only $35. I still can't believe it. It's so beautiful, and it's so smooth. The other ones that I found, like the one from Knit Picks, whenever I see it in a yarn shop, it's $90. And every one of these that I've seen have been like $80 to $130, and this one was only $35. I just couldn't believe it. I can't get over it. Okay. And that was all I got from him. All right. And now I will talk about the Bernard family farm. I got quite a few things from them. A lot of the things have already been dispersed to the family. I got little pins for the boys. They had little alpacas on the top of them. It was cute. I got these little alpaca. They're not really dolls. They're more like decorations, but I got them for the boys. This one, I didn't notice. It had like a loose strand. I didn't notice until I'd walked away. So I will likely... I talked to Leah about it. We talked about how I could probably like whip stitch it back on, but I think I have some fabric glue. I think I might try the fabric glue. I don't know if that's a good idea or a bad idea, but it's really thick yarn, so I don't think it'll affect the front of the yarn. I got this one and I got a tan one, but my oldest son has the tan one in his room and he's asleep. It's 10 o'clock at night, so I'm not going to go in there and grab it. I also got these two little things from the Bernard family farm. This is like a little wooden, it's like twigs with a bunch of wool stuffed inside of it. And then there's a little, what is this called? Oh, I can't remember what this kind of string is called. What is that called? Like a cord that you can hang up, and birds will come pluck the wool out of it to build their nest. And then I bought a bag of refill wool, just raw wool for it. I thought that was cute. I feel like I got something else from them, but I can't remember what it was. All right, and moving on. So from Red Stag Fiber, this was after the mugs, this was my first purchase. And I got this for it is the Anker Summer shirt pattern by Petite Knit. This is the same yarn that I have for the giveaway, except for this is in the colorway, oh gosh, Dun Idean maybe? I should have looked up these pronunciations before I got on, but I did not realize that I didn't know how to say so many things. This will be for that Anker Summer shirt. Now, I guess it's meant to be a summer shirt wherever she lives. With this weight fiber and with the length of the sleeves and the thickness of the texture on the top of the shirt, I think this will be a perfect fall shirt for here in Florida. And I love this yarn. I think this was so pretty. Let me go ahead and pull. I got 4 of them. Four of them. And then I also I wanted to get this for a shirt too because the color is just beautiful. This is also Red Stag Fiber. But I decided just to get an Oslo Hue amount. This is the Oslo Hue Mohair edition, or that's what this is going to be for. This is in the colorway Water Avens, and this is just the most beautiful rosy pink I've ever seen. I love it. So this one is their Duchess sock base. I'm probably just butchering these names, but stick with me. It is 70% superwash merino, 20% yak, and 10% nylon. Very soft. I remember his wife, I think her name's Sharon. I'm pretty sure her name's Sharon. I remember her saying that they are very interested in like learning about different fibers and like the quality and the use of those fibers and how they hold up. And they definitely had a lot of interesting bases. This one is their Duchess Surrey. Duchess Surrey. That one I can say. That one I know. The content is 41% baby alpaca, 35% silk, 13% 18.5 micron merino, and 10% yak. Very pretty. I'm excited to make another. I made myself an Oslo Hue Mohair edition. I am making another Oslo Hue Mohair edition for myself. And then I'm making one for my son. I'm making one for my other son. And then I got that to make another one for myself. I quite like that hat pattern. And if you haven't used it before, you should go check it out. I forgot to mention part of the giveaway that I'm doing. I'll put the information on the screen too, since I butchered it earlier. But part of the giveaway that I'm doing is for the regular Oslo hat. It's made with DK weight yarn. So that's going to be part of that giveaway too. I knew I was forgetting something. All right. I also got this yarn. This is from Wanderluck Fibers. I had never heard of them before. I stopped in their booth and I talked to the dyer and her husband, and they are super sweet. I asked them, they had like sparrows all over there. I got this cute little sparrow stitch marker. It was free with my purchase. How cute is that? Get a little bit closer. And I asked them what the name was, what the significance of the sparrows were. Wanderluck, she said, was a play on words for wanderlust because they love to travel. But she said that there were already like a lot of wanderlust things, so they wanted to switch it up a little bit. So that's where the Wanderluck came from. And then she did say that there was a reason for the sparrow, that the sparrow like stood for something. Let me look it up. It might just be good luck. Let me see. Oh, I don't know. This says resilience, adaptability, joy, community, freedom, protection, and hope. But I don't remember what she said. But she also said that they have a lot of sparrows around their home, and that the sparrows come and nest in their yards and they love watching them. So they thought that sparrows were a natural thing for them to put on their logo. So I got these beautiful skeins of yarn. It is their linen luxe base. It is a fingering weight yarn. It is 50% alpaca, 25% linen, 25% silk, and it is probably the softest yarn I have ever felt in my life. It is so soft. It is so pretty. It is, I would say it's a tonal. You can see that there's like a little bit, I don't know if you can see it. There's like a little bit of brown in it. But I would say it's a tonal. It's a very, very pretty green color. And I'm going to make the, I should have written this down. I forgot. I honestly kind of forgot about this yarn. I've My head's been like reeling these last few days just with everything I've been catching up with. We'll talk about life stuff. Again, all good things. Petite knit. It's one of her tank tops, but I can't remember which one or what it's called. It is called the Cumulus top. That is what I will be making with this. I'm excited. I've been wanting to try a linen yarn. It's only 25% linen, but I find 100% linen to be kind of scratchy. Okay. Let me go ahead and take this out or I'm going to get all right, I got this. This was from RW Custom Yarn. It is their sock base. It is superwash, 85% superwash merino, 15% nylon, 437 yards. And this was their show colorway. It's just called DFW Fiberfest 2025. And I got this for socks for my boys because I wanted to get them yarn while I was there. I got this cutie Christmas self-striping yarn from Mustache Yarns. Ever since I started knitting, I've wanted a Christmas sock yarn that looks like this, and now I've got it. It is called Mistletoe, and it is a must-match perfect set. These are two identical skeins hanged together. That's what they told me, and I'm excited to see how it winds up and how it works up. And then this is a, what's it called? A signed pulling yarn. So they told us that you can read it, that the solid end is the main color, and then the twisted end is the pops of color that you'll see throughout. I don't know what stitch I have to do to make it look the way that they looked at the show, but she had the mini skein worked up and then had it in an embroidery hoop. And I thought that was so pretty, and I thought it would look so pretty on my wall over here. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then because I spent a certain amount of money, a qualifying amount of money at Red Stag Fiber, he gave me, or Red Stag Fiber. He gave me a cute bag. All right, and that's what I had all the yarn in. All right, a couple more purchases to go over. I got this cute bag from Delta Q. It's I think it was called their mini messenger bag. And it just goes over like so. Super cute. And then I got this cute little scissor pouch for the front of it that matched. This is in the color Cocoa. It's almost got like a little bit of a purpley tint to it, but it's just like a nice, deep, warm brown. And I quite like it. I meant to use it tonight, but I forgot. And then I really liked this. It has like a little, oh, not little, it's a huge safety pin on the front, from there to there. And it has little stitch markers on it. I still think I put it in the wrong way. I need to turn it around. All right, and just one more thing to show you. I bought this is a Sculpting with Wool Felted Sky mini needle felting kit, and this is the Penguin Playground. Super cute. I've been wanting to get into needle felting because I think that the little toys that you can make with needle felting just look so whimsical and fun, and I felt like it would be really fun to be able to add these to my boys' cottage, if I can talk tonight, cottage, garden, gnome, whimsy setup that I have in their schoolroom. I thought that this would be cute. All right, let's see. What else do we have to talk about tonight? Rolling right along. I've been recording forever. This is going to be a long one, guys. I have my whips to talk to you about. So the first whip I'll talk about is my Oslo Hue. I'm almost done with it. I think I have let's see. Yeah, I maybe have like an inch or an inch and a half left to knit before I start decreases. But I'm super excited about this. I am using Chelsea's yarn. I'm using one of the mohair and one of the regular sock yarns. I don't remember what they're called. I don't remember what the content of the yarn is, but that's what this is. I'll see if I can find that next week. I simply had too much to talk about this week and clearly did not plan well. I wrote a very short write-up of what I was planning on saying. All right, let me move these before they fall down. And then last but not least, my whip for the Knit People Knit Cowl that Leah Loves to Knit is putting on. I have it in my Chilton bag from last year. I made bags for the cowl last year, and this was one of them. This is like my favorite bag that I made, but working with cotton flannel was very frustrating, but I'm glad that I did it. I think they were fun. The inside is lined with the same thing. And I am using the It's a Party sock set from Florida Girl Fibers. She has another, I'll link down below. I believe she just put another pre-order up. Or maybe it's like a ready to ship. I can't remember, but I'll link that down below if it's available. And then these are the minis that come with it. So super cute. And I am knitting the Dragonfly socks from Leah Loves to Knit. That is the sock pattern that she released for Knit People Knit Cowl this year. You can see the textures coming through. Really good. The first few rows, I was wondering if the texture would come through with this, because this yarn is super variegated, but it did. And I'm really happy with the way that it looks. All right, that is it. That is everything. I've shared everything with you. Now that we're at the end, I'm gonna go over the giveaway one more time because I was not clear and I forgot one of the prizes. So you will get this skein of yarn from Red Stag Fiber. It is a DK weight yarn. It is called Antique Leather. You will get this hummingbird pouch. Is it? Oh, do I have it upside down? I sure do. This hummingbird pouch. It's got like a pocket and a card holder. And you will receive this hummingbird stitch marker and this Texas stitch marker. And all you have to do is leave a comment on this video. All right, guys, that is it. Oh, life stuff. I have to talk to you about life stuff, and we're already 35 minutes in, but I know I'm gonna have to cut a lot of that out because a lot of that was me looking things up because I didn't know what they were. All right, so life stuff. We have started homeschooling my boys. We did homeschool my oldest last year, but we did preschool and kindergarten prep. So there was a very little bit of book work. It would take maybe 15 minutes a day, and we didn't do it every day. Very laid back, very relaxed. This year is much more structured. He is in kindergarten now. We are doing a kindergarten curriculum. We are using Good and the Beautiful, along with doing a co-op and a class at my friend's house. My friend is hosting a class this year, and it is incredible. She has professional groups that come in and lead different classes. So we have 1 week is science and cooking, and 1 week is science and music. And it is incredible, better than I could have even imagined. My son loves it. I love it. He's learning really neat stuff. And then our co-op is really more of a social gathering for us. They do, for his class, they do like the first portion of the class. I don't know what they call it, but they study an animal for the first portion of the class. And then the second portion of the class, they do some like math games and stuff. And then the rest of the week, we're doing our Good and the Beautiful curriculum. And it is going really, really well, but it does eat up a lot of our time. And I've been really focused on that lately and kind of getting into the groove, getting into the swing of things, getting our house back to normal. We were sick for a few weeks at the beginning of the summer, and then we all had really bad allergies like the last couple of weeks. 3 of us got sinus infections. So just trying to get back into the swing of things. My oldest son started baseball this year too. And we've had 2 practices or 2 games a week for the last few weeks. So really just trying to get back into the swing of things, get back to normal. And I feel like we're there. Oh, sorry, my husband was coming downstairs. I thought my son was getting up out of bed. They've been asleep for a while, so that's why I was listening in. All right. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's it really for life stuff. Just getting back to normal and getting back to posting regularly, being back with you guys regularly, because I've missed it. I've missed hanging out with you guys. I've missed chatting, and I am excited to be back. Let's see. Anything else? If you don't follow me on Instagram, I'll link that down below as well. I have all of my links of where you can find me down below, but I'd love to hang out over there. I post almost every day, especially in my stories. I don't post every day on my feed, but in my stories, I post almost every day, and it's always nice connecting over there. But yeah, I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful